Friends, Freeman, a little video for you today, and I want to call it "You Can't Afford Not to Prep." Now, many people in America and throughout the world don't even have what I would call the most basic preparation, that being an essential go bag or a bug out bag, whatever you want to call it, where you have a backpack or some type of setup. You know that you have some essential stuff that if you have to either bug out and go away from your house, you have some essential things that you would need for emergency, or bug in. You know, a lot of people just have junk spread out through the house, and in an emergency, they don't know where anything is. So I think it is just as important to be able to have a bug out bag with. So this is the challenge I am giving myself. Can a person, because so many people are strapped today in America, and you know the economy is tight, but look at all the different dramatic things going on in the world today. You need to have at least the most basic preparation. So this is a challenge I'm giving myself as an airplane flies over the top of my head. Can a person put a go bag together with the bare essentials for no more than a $20 bill? Okay, that may seem impossible because you think, wow, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, and how much is that all going to cost? But I'm going to tell you a secret, a holy grail for preppers. I don't know anyone else but me. That is Goodwill, and even the more cheap version, the Goodwill outlet store. Okay, now this is a place where people come and all kinds of things that you would find in any other Goodwill, you will find in a Goodwill outlet store. The difference is things are in these big bins, and you just buy stuff by the pound. Different things cost different amounts, but most everything is like 69 cents a pound. That's pretty much anything. I think shoes are different, but I thought this would be a great place to go to try and find some of the essentials that one would need. And after, because this is the cheapest place I could think of to start off. So I'm going to get anything that I can get here, just buying it by the pound. And you know, you have to look around. You got to dig around in these bins, and you got to look around for stuff. But I am pretty sure that between this Goodwill outlet store and maybe another Goodwill store, or maybe stopping at just a $1 dollar store and grabbing a couple things, that I can show you how to do basic prep for no more than a $20 bill. So we will see. I may prove myself a fool before the end of this adventure, or I may prove myself to be a prophet that a $20 prep is possible. All right, keep watching. Friends, this is Luke the Freeman again. I have finished my travels and my purchasing. I actually made out really well at the Goodwill outlet store. I got about everything there. It took me probably an hour of going around and looking here and looking there, and of course they roll new stuff out. And so I went to a second Goodwill, and then I also went to just a $1 dollar store, and everything totaled, including tax, about $19.74. Okay, this is the setup. Now, I've taken some time and I've actually packed everything and gone through it and figured out how I wanted to put it together. I got this Eastport backpack, and then this Great Outdoors all-weather blanket that I was really stoked about getting this, because it's like a full-size blanket, all-weather type deal, but it zips up into its own case. But then I was like, well, how am I going to attach that, you know, because I just want to be able to grab something and go. Now, this isn't going to be my go bag, but what I did was I took a safety pin that I actually found in some of the stuff that I bought, looped the handle through the handle on the backpack, and then safety pinned it to itself, so it just kind of hangs off the back as you carry it. So I'm going to get all the stuff out that I purchased and let you check that out, and just show you that you cannot afford not to prep. All right, be back in a minute. Friends, I got everything out of the backpack, and I just want to show you everything that I got for $19.74, I think it was, completely added up, going to the Goodwill outlet store, which is where I got almost everything. I think I went to a second Goodwill store and got just one thing, and then a few items from the $1 dollar store. Everything's $1. You know, you need shelter, you need food, you need now clothing is shelter. I mean, that's one thing that we forget about a lot of times, is clothing is part of your shelter. It's kind of your portable shelter, if you will. Temperature regulation in a survival situation is a big deal. Keeping yourself from getting too hot, too cold, because those things will make you die. And so you don't want to do that. So anyway, all right. One of my best finds at the Goodwill outlet store is this Columbia extra large all-weather jacket. Getting a text here. It's an extra large, so it would it would fit me. But you know, a lot of times it's actually better to get something a little big, you know, just so you have room, if you need to pack other clothing underneath it. So this is I mean, like brand new, literally nothing wrong with this. When you're buying something at 69 cents a pound, I mean, this thing doesn't weigh a half pound. So you're talking about a jacket that would have been a very expensive Columbia jacket for probably 40 cents. I mean, come on, people. I know some people have this whole stigma with Goodwill. You know, I'm not going to have anything that's used. I wouldn't buy anything used. Well, you know, when you go to a restaurant, even a nice restaurant, and you use silverware, that's probably been in 10,000 other people's mouths. So, you know, think about that next time you hate on Goodwill. Anyway, so here's the East pack that I got. Again, I mean, in virtually brand new shape. It's got a nice leather bottom on it, multiple, you know, I mean, it's just your basic East pack, but got plenty of pockets. Here's this great outdoors all-weather blanket. I'm not going to take it all the way out, but you can see it's really nice, kind of a wool blend on the inside, and you know, zips up into its own bag. You wouldn't have to hang it off the backpack like I did, but I just like to have my hands free when I'm backpacking stuff around. And you know, think about how when you put your pack together, you're going to find maybe you stuff it a certain way and then it doesn't seem to work very well, or there's a knot in your back because of the way that you packed your backpack. I mean, arrange stuff. Nothing has to be set in stone, and you'll find that when you get your first go bag set up, I mean, you're just on a mission now, because you're going to tweak things. Hopefully you use it. Use your gear. I did a video on that before when I was walking with my boys, because you're going to find out certain things don't work well, certain things are junky, certain things are awesome, and you'll tweak your stuff. So on to the next thing. All right, now for food, and this is another thing, I like to segregate stuff in my bag in smaller bags. Number one, you might want to drop your big bag and just have, you know, like a fanny pack or something that goes over your shoulder. You know, if you want to go explore or do whatever. So these are all things, these little packs I got also at the Goodwill outlet store. This one has a handle on it. This food, I didn't run across any food there, probably wouldn't want to. I got at the dollar store 3 potted meats. If you're a fan of the movie Sling Blade, then you probably are laughing at the potted meat right now. But nonetheless, it's $1. And if you're surviving, you know, lots of protein, lots of fat, calories, as far as calorie dense. I also got a $1 box of granola bars. I mean, that's enough to take the edge off for a couple days. Can opener I found at the Goodwill. Found some rope on a spool. You know, it's not like $5.50, it's not high test, but hey guys, I'm proving you can do it for 20 bucks here, all right? Got a nice wool hat, a poncho in a Ziploc bag, all at the Goodwill outlet, and another little, I don't know, Eco Solutions HP bag to zip stuff up in. I picked up these gloves at the dollar store. Gloves are important. You know, you don't want to get a bunch of cuts on your hands. Picked up these wipes at the dollar store because, you know, gotta go to the bathroom. So I was really kind of excited. Someone had donated actually a bunch of first aid supplies at the outlet store. All kinds of, you know, bacitracin type stuff, iodine and all this kind of business. So I got this other little case and put together a med kit. I did buy a $1 kind of little Band-Aid basic kit at the dollar store. So I got my first aid kit, composition notebook. Actually, this served 3 purposes. One, in case you want to write, obviously it's good to be able to, this is where I went online and I added up the prices for everything if I would have bought them new, and it was about $204 if I bought everything exactly as it is new, you know, like the Columbia jacket, the East Pack, all this kind of stuff. So guys, it cost me a tenth to put a little more effort into this bag, okay, and for the exact same stuff. So don't think you have to buy it all new. Anyway, back to the composition notebook. Obviously, to write things down. Since there's not a bunch of padding in the East Pack, and this I got at the Goodwill, I use this up against the back to keep things from being a knot between your shoulder blades. And the knife sheath that I made with duct tape, I wanted it to be a little bit more rigid, so I cut part of this off and used it for that. You know, when you're doing survival stuff, folks, I mean, you gotta use your ingenuity, especially when you're limited. Don't waste anything. Use everything. Think out of the box. All right, so got the food, got the bags. All right, some utensils I picked up. They've been washed. Now, knife, extremely important, extremely important. Now, I actually came across this Professional Companion Grand River tool. I mean, it's a full size handle, rubberized, just a little stainless steel, you know, great utility whittling knife. Made a workable case, actually, that'll go on your belt with duct tape. And then for a large camp knife, I found actually a pretty thick full tang hickory handle. It's about a 12-inch blade. You know, I mean, this, again, when you're buying stuff by the pound at 70 cents, I mean, this thing is, I don't know, it's definitely less than a pound by a little bit, so, you know, less than $1 for both of these knives. And I made the sheath. Now, obviously, I can make a leather sheath, but, you know, I wanted to do everything on my $20, and I got a roll of duct tape. So I got Stalking the Healthful Herbs for some reading, and, you know, might find some herbs that'll help you out. And found that at the Goodwill. Put it in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't get waterlogged. An extra safety pin. Someone had donated a bunch of toiletries from like hotels, you know, toothbrushes, all this kind of stuff, still in the original packaging, and threw it in this little case that I found. Candle, found that. A few things that I did get at the dollar store: a pack of lighters. Found this waterproof match case at the Goodwill with a little necker thing on there, so you could keep that in there or whatever else you found. Batteries I used. This I also got at the dollar store. Just a little cheap flashlight, but better than nothing. So extra batteries. Duct tape, dollar store buy, and I got about half the roll left. All of that I keep in this little utility pouch that I found, so it's all segregated. And I kept the Goodwill bags because, again, guys, don't waste anything. All right. I mean, if you have the option to get better bags, of course, but I'm just working with what I had. Found an Nalgene, and then also a nice, this is the only thing that I bought at that second Goodwill store, because I like to be able to use two to pour back and forth. And this being stainless steel, you can, you know, boil in that and sterilize the water. So that's pretty much it, guys. Not a bad prep bag for $20. And some guys will hate on this knife. Oh, this is in the K-bar, blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, there are, I'm sure, American Indians that would have died for a knife like this. All right? I guarantee you I could whittle through a 2x4 with that and keep on going. It's a nice size knife. All right? Don't be hating on my knife. So, people, you can't afford not to prep. Don't even try. Spend $20 and I don't know. What am I going to do with this bag now? Do you have any suggestions? Anyone that needs it? We'll see. Stay free, stay blessed, and I'm probably going to do an everyday carry bag soon on my own because people keep requesting it.